Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be hopping into another new deck on my main Chief Pat account. Again, we're using the Graveyard, which just seems to be so much fun right now. The Graveyard is one of the best cards inside of the entire game, and also it's just so much fun to play, so I thought I would try it out inside of a deck that I saw on the leaderboard that's using Spear Goblins. Now, the Spear Goblins don't see a lot of play nowadays, and they're actually really vulnerable to the Log, to the Zap Spell, which are two cards inside of the meta, but I thought I would give it a go since someone was at least trying it out inside of the leaderboard, and let's go ahead and see how we can get it done. Now, keep in mind, if you guys haven't been paying attention, the clone spell is coming out very soon, and it's one of the cards I'm really excited about. I know it has plenty of counters, like just because it seems like the troops are going to be so weak, but it looks like it's going to be one of the craziest cards inside of the entire game, so I'm stoked for the clone spell. That's going to come out in about, I'd say, like 30 hours from the time that this video goes live, so stay tuned for that. I'll be posting videos as soon as it comes out, and it should be pretty insane, and I can't wait to see what combinations get made. The fact that you're going to be able to clone everything, including 3 Musketeers, Golems, whatever you want, is just ridiculous, and I can't wait to show you guys some gameplay and get into some action. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and continue onward with the Graveyard. It is one of the newer cards and one of my favorite cards inside of the game. Our very first push got the tower down to 1800 in the right-hand lane, and on the bottom right, we only took a little bit of damage from the Archer after we used our Inferno Tower, and the Inferno Tower, honestly, is a card we don't use a lot as well. I used to be a big Inferno Tower fan. Actually, when the game first came out and it was in beta, I used it, and look at this lightning spell, by the way. I had to do something to stop the push. I used to use the Inferno Tower a lot, but really, I just haven't used it lately. But now with all the Royal Giants coming out, which I'm sure you guys have seen on the ladder, it's definitely crucial sometimes to have that Inferno Tower inside of your deck to be able to stop your opponent's pushes. All right, so a minute and a half left. The game is fairly even. Looks like he has about 100 HP lead right now. The Princess should be able to stay alive by killing those archers, as well as now going for the Ice Wizard, so we should have an opportunity to go on a decent counter push right here, and let's go and do that with the Ice Golem in the Graveyard. Now, King Adrian 15 has already showed that he has the archers, which are a fantastic counter to the Graveyard, as well as he has this Ice Golem right here. But check out the Ice Golem. The Ice Golem is only level 6, and in order to kill the skeletons, it has to be level 7. So just like that, the very first tower of the game has gone down, and that is just the difference between a level 6 and a level 7 Ice Golem. So really good for us. We've taken a pretty nice lead right now, and we could play defense down the right-hand side, but honestly, you guys know me. I get pretty bored playing defense, especially inside of challenges where it doesn't really matter too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and let him attack this right-hand lane. I didn't play my Inferno Tower or go fully on defense. And meanwhile, I did a little bit of a push down the left-hand lane. I took that tower down to 1500. So all in all, with 30 seconds left, let's continue assaulting this left-hand side and to see if we can make it out with a victory by taking out 2 towers. Now, he still has that Ice Golem on the right-hand side. He still has that Ice Wizard. We've got the Princess doing the best that she can against the Archer. She's not going to get the tower with the splash damage. And as our Spear Goblins go down, I'm just going to keep going down this left-hand lane. Who cares about the Hog Rider? I'll let him take my tower, whatever. Let's just go for a 2-1 victory right now. But unfortunately for me, my Princess retargeted to that right-hand side. I was hoping the Princess would retarget to that left-hand tower. So now I'm sort of just spamming troops in this guy's face as my skeletons spawn from the Graveyard. I know they'll be able to tank, and I can kill this Mega Minion with the Spear Goblins. So all in all, towers at 800, and after a little bit of trolling, we're going to have to take out this left-hand tower as we go into overtime. So let's go and play our Inferno Tower on defense. He's going to play an Ice Wizard, though, right in my face. So this guy's making a nice charge right now. I'll have to play my Ice Golem to defend against the Archers and the Mega Minion. I've got the Princess doing work as well. Here goes the Miner just to get some chip damage off in the tower, because if I know I get to about 350 damage left on the tower, my Lightning Spell will be able to take it out and end the game. So Princess defending against the Archers, defending against the Ice Wizard. We do have an elixir advantage right now, so let's go ahead and get ready to try to finish off this tower. I've got the Lightning Spell onto the Ice Golem tower and one of the Archers, and just a little bit more damage will be enough to seal this game. So let's let our Miner go in. We've got the Spear Goblins, and this one's going to come down to just one last Lightning Spell, one more Graveyard, one more whatever, and that's going to be able to finish off the game. So Lightning in the top corner to make sure he doesn't have any other troops in the way that would distract a Lightning Spell. And woo, that's going to be a 2-1 victory. That was definitely an interesting match. Maybe not the cleanest battle, and I probably should have defended that right-hand lane, but we got a little bit greedy going for that left-hand tower, and all in all, it was pretty fun, and we picked up that victory. Now, as we get into the second battle, I wanted to give you guys an update on something that I've been working on, and that's that I created a profile on Band, which you guys might have heard about from Orange Juice's videos. So pretty much what Band is, it lets you create a community to share topics, you can share pictures, you can do a bunch of different stuff, including some giveaways, which I'm going to be hosting there every single month. So if you guys want to join Band, you want to be able to talk to me, talk to others about Clash Royale, whether it's my channel, why the Royal Giant is OP or whatever, I've got a link in the description below to check it out, download the app, and you guys can ask me whatever you want on there. I might do some sort of like Q&A on Band eventually and take the questions and put them on a video, so feel free to check it out. Again, link is in the description below, and hopefully I will see you guys there. Now, as we continue into battle number 2, you can see we played against a Royal Giant user, which means we're going to have to be pretty quick with those Inferno towers to make sure that we take him out. Of course, you want to make sure that the Royal Giant is on your side of the map and gets tower aggro before you get the Inferno tower locked onto it. But take a look at the push. Why am I still talking? Because we've got a Mega Minion onto the Crown Tower. We were able to use the Graveyard super effectively to shield our Mega Minion from the tower blast, and now that tower is all the way down to 117. So a quick miner on the very maybe top of the tower, the right of the tower, will take it out and give us the very first tower of the game. So nothing is better than getting that first push and perfectly done, and that's exactly what happened right here. My princess is going to die to the furnace though, because she's a little bit of an idiot and shot the spear goblin instead. But miner's going to go down on the top. 2 swings on the tower is going to be all we need. First crown of the game with 1 minute and 27 seconds left. I'll use the ice golem to defend against the fire spirits and the Inferno tower against the Royal Giant. This match is turning out to be picture perfect right now. He's not really able to do too much with this furnace. We've got the perfect counter to his Royal Giant, so he's going to have to be a little bit creative if he wants to break through to my side of the map. And unlike that very first battle, I'm not going to be too crazy about just demolishing this left-hand side and forgetting about the others. So a log is going to go down onto the spear goblins, which means my princess will be a-okay to shoot down those fire spirits as well as the spear goblins. And since he has so many buildings, let's just go ahead and lightning those down to get a little bit of value and continue on with the rest of the match. Now, with the deck I'm playing right now, it's sort of hard to get that second crown. Just the graveyard in general is not a strong card for getting the second crown, especially when you don't have the free spell. So I'm just going to try to play some defense right here. I don't want to go too crazy like I did in that first battle. Let's just assassinate that princess. We've got the ice golem exploding and doing work as well. The princess is going to help out onto his Mega Minion. We've got our own Mega Minion, and he's really not able to make a push right now, and he's just continually chipping down my tower, which in the end isn't going to win him the game. He needs to get a Royal Giant onto my tower if he wants any chance of winning. And now I'm just going to drop my miner. I've got my spear goblins going in. He's continually just defending a little bit too hard, and I'll play a princess right in his princess's face just to get some additional damage off against the tower. But this game is over because he knew he couldn't do anything without that Royal Giant being able to be played. So that's going to do it and give us a 1 crown to 0 victory. So just like that, that one card, the Inferno Tower, gave us that W, and we were able to stop it inside of a challenge. And I know a lot of people have been having trouble with the Royal Giant inside of just the regular ladder, especially because it's a common card. Like one of the biggest problems with the Royal Giant is that it's a common and you can just request it over and over again, and the fact that you get so many of them makes it so easy for people to over level their Royal Giant. And because of that, you're seeing like level 10s with level 12 Royal Giants, which is just ridiculous, and it's so absurdly hard to defend against. So who knows what Supercell is going to do when it comes to fixing the Royal Giant and just making it a little bit easier to deal with when you're talking about it on the ladder and people over leveling it, because the Royal Giant isn't so bad inside of the challenges. It's just annoying to deal with when you're playing on the ladder. But anyways, let's go and get into battle number 3 of the day and our final battle, where it looks like we were stuffed on our very first push. He actually had the miner plus a couple of skeletons on the tower, which did a decent amount of damage. So let's go ahead and get into this final match right here. And it looks like we're going to start with a little bit of a disadvantage. Now, Goblin Barrel is going to be super annoying. I'm going to play my princess, but my princess is going to get chopped down right there. I literally had nothing else to play, and we're just going to take a massive amount of punishment for that. And this one has started off pretty poorly, and we're going to need to play nearly perfectly to bring this back and to hopefully be able to pick up this win. So let's go ahead and try to keep it together. I need to make sure I get a miner onto the tower, maybe a graveyard onto the tower, Mega Minion onto the tower, and then use that graveyard spell or use whatever I can to bring this tower down, because this is going to be pretty difficult. I'm not going to respond to those spear goblins. In fact, I'm trying not to respond to the skeletons, but look at the skeletons. There's too many of them. I didn't think it would actually take out my tower. So honestly, a really poorly played start for us, and now I've got to pay the I guess Pod Piper. I don't even know who even says that saying anymore. And let's go ahead and play our graveyard spell alongside our Ice Golem, and he has the minion horde trying to defend against our push. Now, because of that, we've got the Mega Minion trying to hold off against these goblins right here. Our princess will just barely stay alive. I'm using the princess to do as much damage as possible against the tower right now. It's going to get a decent amount of damage off, plus the Ice Golem's going to kill all of those skeletons, but still a minute left in the battle, and we are pretty far behind right now. So we're going to have to pull off a little bit of work right here to try to take that tower down and to pull off a victory. Now, Spear Goblins by themselves, let's see if it does any damage. He's actually not going to do too much, and we've got the Inferno Tower to deal with the Hog Rider right there. A Goblin Barrel from him. He's pulling a Chief Pad from battle number 1. He's getting so aggressive in this left-hand lane. In fact, he's going to miss that free spell right there. To take a look at my Miner. My Miner took that tower down to 504, which means we are pretty close to being able to take that out with the Lightning Spell. And take a look at this. I'm going with the Ice Golem on the left-hand side, the Miner on the right-hand side. He's going to freak out with a minion horde in the right-hand lane because he wants to protect that tower. But take a look at the left-hand tower, the graveyard, the Mega Minion, the Ice Golem are doing so much work. And he defended a tower that had 500 HP left, but the other tower that was at completely full HP has dropped down to 0. And that means that it's only a lightning spell away after that princess got that one shot off against it. So just like that, in the span of one push on each lane, we're going to actually end up being able to take out that left-hand tower. The right-hand tower is going to go down as well, and that's going to wrap it up for a 2-crown-to-1 victory as soon as we get that Princess Blast or the lightning spell, whatever we wanted to do against that tower. So, whoo, that was a comeback right there against their boss. 2 crowns to 1, good game, well played, and guys, that is going to do it for this deck. All in all, it's a fun deck to play, but I think other graveyard decks are better. The Spear Goblins just seem a little bit weak with the Zap spell and the Log being so prominent in the meta, and the Inferno Tower is good, solid as well, but maybe I'd swap out the Princess for something else. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think it's solid? Do you think it's trash? Love to hear what you guys think. Again, stay tuned for the clone spell, which is coming out soon and which is going to be ridiculous. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.